actually think that Pei Jr., aka Pei Shu, is more interesting at this time. He was promoted at 20, ascended only a couple of hundred years ago, and Nanbangs mentioned that he's connected to massacres of entire cities. So I think we should be keeping an eye on him. Good evening. And warm greetings to wherever you are in the world. This is Amelia, aka Space Dad Puffin, and I am here to announce that after a week of broken boards and back to work exhaustion, my luck has turned. And admittedly, it was my own fault. Worshipping the Crown Prince of Chandler alone doesn't cut it, guys. So if you, like me, are a struggling devotee, might I introduce you to Huachangism. The best part is you don't even have to convert. He quite literally prefers that you worship his boyfriend first. And now I have 3 packages in just 2 days. The power of this ship. I'm blown away. My religious exploration aside, we have technically made it to the final episode of this season. The naming shenanigans in this show does not stop at the characters. Like, I've been thinking this for a while, but the half semester of Japanese I did back in uni did teach me numbers. And I did notice that the episode numbers always seem to be one higher than the episode we were on. And I'm guessing they probably edited a couple of them together or something. In any case, I'm just going to treat the bonus episode as the episode 12, the final episode of this season. But technically this is it. And also you guys have told me that that kind of rounds off the first volume of the book series as well. While the second season doesn't quite complete the second book, as far as I know. But who cares about all the technicalities? This is the reaction to the much anticipated, many times mentioned episode 11 of Heaven Official's Blessing. But before we can get into it, we have a few things that we need to get out of the way, and the first one is unboxing. So I have 3 boxes today, and 2 of them I know contains volumes 3 through 7. And this last one I'm pretty sure is the special edition of volume 8, because I had to get that from another site. Still free shipping though. I like being economically conscious. So this all said, for this unboxing, I can't even really look at the books that much because we're not spoiling ourselves here, right? But I have seen the covers before online, so I will spend some time admiring them. Now here's a fun one. I actually don't know which of these would contain the next volumes in the series. I think I ordered volumes 3, 4, and 5 together. In which case, this big one is the first one to go. Ooh, I thought I'd be over this by now, but my hands are still pretty sweaty. So let's see, the tab is here. Let's do it. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, that's noisy, sorry. I opened it to like the backside of all the books. They're all just facing me the wrong way. All right, here goes. Oh my god. I'm too nervous to look at them. Oh my gosh. Here they are, volumes 3 through 5. They're so gorgeous. They're so pretty. Oh my gosh. It's the gay one. I have all the covers saved to a folder, and they're all just named, you know, volume 1, volume 2, volume 3. But this one is just named The Boys Are Kissing. They are. They really are. And I can't even say anything else because I don't know how we're gonna get here. This would literally have been like, what, season 4? And I haven't even watched the second one yet. But I can say that from volume 3 to volume 4, that escalated quickly. Why is the cover artist so good? And then for volume 5, which is like the fattest of this bunch, we have a hair scene. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's Sanlang. It's HuaChang in his Sanlang form. So this is the Domestic Bliss book. This is the interlude. Like between like the first 4 ones and like the finale. This is when they're finally gotten together. They've gotten like that first kiss out of the way and all that. And now they're just enjoying life until the plot comes knocking once again. Oh my god, they are so pretty. There are more. Here's the next one. This one is smaller and it should contain books 6 and 7. And the mailman actually didn't leave this on my doormat. He stuffed it into my mailbox and it was a pain to get out. So I actually had to rip it a little bit, but luckily there's like a lot of protective cardboard here, so no damage. All right. I don't even remember what these volumes looked like. Like the only ones I really recalled were volumes 1 and 2 because I've been looking at them for like a week, and also volume 4. The other ones I've just forgotten. Woo! And here they come. I keep opening them from the back, so the first thing I see is like the descriptions on the back. Don't worry, I'm not reading them. And oh my gosh! Oh! This is pain! This looks like it's gonna hurt. We're gonna go from domestic bliss right into this. Oh no, I'm not ready for you. I haven't even gotten to this part yet. Help! But it's alright, we go back to more domestic bliss, it seems. We're practicing calligraphy. Oh my god, just the way Xie Lian is so focused, but HuaChang is only looking at him. I mean, same boy. Gosh, the cover artist did such a good job. These are absolutely phenomenal. Which only leaves us with the last one. And I know I'm going fast with this, but like I said, I can't really sit and appreciate these books because I'm trying not to like, coincidentally see something that will linger on my mind and probably will color my reactions going forward. I haven't even opened and looked at the jacket for the second volume. I've just admired the cover, I swear. But this I heard has stuff in it, so we'll have a look. What if they didn't even send me the special edition? What if this is just the regular volume 8? I mean, I'd be fine with that. I'd just be a little sad. These tabs are so satisfying. Okay, moment of truth. No, this is the special edition. It came plastic wrapped. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, it's the happy ending cover. This has to have a happy ending, guys. I'm sure you wouldn't be disinvested in it if it didn't have like a decent one. There's so much stuff in the back. Okay, how do I even, do I dare? Do I even dare bring this anywhere close to this one? Okay, this needs like surgical precision. Hold on a moment. And here we are, it's out. And all the stuff seems to be like on the back or inside. I can't really, oh, it's kind of like stuck to the back. Let me see if I can get it off without ruining anything. Oh, that was a terrible sound. It's just sticky stuff, guys. Ooh. Oh, this, okay, I immediately saw that this is art that I haven't seen before. And it's gorgeous. I'm not sure if I should be looking at this. It's a little notebook, it seems. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm afraid I can't use it for TGCF stuff though, because I write way too much and this is too small. I'll have to find a good use for it though. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm not gonna look too hard at it. I will come back to it at a later point. I just said, but there's like a backside of it and I didn't realize before now. Hold on. This is so pretty. I love the art style of this. So obviously you got Xie Lian on one side and then you have HuaChang on the other. And they're holding that red thread of fate between each other. That's so beautiful. There are also people in the background and I can't tell if they're supposed to be Xie Lian and HuaChang as well or someone else. Because I also noticed that there are masks and one of them looks suspiciously like Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have looked at this. I'm sorry, guys. No one warns me about the little notebook. But it's so precious. It's so beautiful. And the jacket of this is full of stuff as well. Now, here's the question. Am I allowed to look at these? I actually don't know. Like, I don't know if I should be looking at these. They have like white cards on both sides, so for now I can actually stop myself. So hey, why don't I save these for the bonus episode, and then you guys can give me some feedback on whether or not they are safe to look through, or if I should wait. Because I can wait. I have gotten so much new material to work with already, so I can definitely wait to see what's in here. As much as it pains my fangirl heart. The things I've sacrificed for this, I have committed way too hard to this series, guys. But it's alright, because I'm actually having a lot of fun. Beautiful. Ta-da! They're all here, and they're all mine. Seriously, thank you guys so much. This is such an exciting moment for me. I can't remember collecting books like this in a while, and knowing that I will be spending hours with all of these in my hands, I am actually so excited to start, even though I know I'm probably some time away still. But I'm feeling so blessed. For real. And again, it bothers me a little that I can't have a lot of fun with these just yet, because I know they put so much care into like the covers and the jackets and the little details, and I'm looking forward to exploring that once I start reading them. For now, the most fun I can have with these is like, I can rate the covers. Based on personal preference and first impressions, which covers makes me feel most excited, like to start reading? Like the art style is consistently good and none of them really give anything away. Except for this one, which looks like it's going to hurt. Most of it is really just HuaLian having a good time. Oh gosh, this is hard. But without thinking too much about it, I will give you my rundown. The books I'm least excited about, judging only by the covers, are volumes 5 and 7, because they're so blissful. Which sounds great actually, but cover-wise, they are just less intriguing. Of the two, I think I slightly prefer number 7, just because Hua-chang looks like such a fucking simp. So rating the covers, book 5, then book 7. Closely followed by book 8, because they are beautiful and they are happy, and that's all I need to know. Book 3 is a little more intriguing to me because they are underwater for some reason, staring deeply into each other's eyes. So that takes 5th place. 3rd and 4th place is really narrow to me, between books 1 and 4, because I'm very curious to know how we ended up here. Like, it is a super intriguing cover, I'll give them that, but also, this book will reveal to me the narrative voice of the story, and I also think they look absolutely stunning on this cover. Like, they're all good, but their faces in this, like just Xie Lian's kind of cautious stare out of the corner of his eye, and just Hua-chang looking absolutely besotted in this moment. Like, this is a great cover. Really good for a volume 1. So this inches up out on top. So out of volume 2 and volume 6, which one am I most excited to get to based on the cover alone? It is Volume 2. Volume 6 is great. Look at the tension, look at the drama. I am so intrigued at what is going to bring us here. This is such a great cover for like a volume far out into the series. But this is my god. This is the Crown Prince of Shanle. He is so beautiful. I have looked at him so much, and I will just never get tired of his face. He makes me feel safe. And I totally get Hua-chang. Also, while I know that season 2 covers a little bit about this, I feel like this is gonna be like a backstory book. I will learn a lot about the things that I've been asking questions about. So I am really looking forward to finally getting to this one. So that's it. So that's literally it. For now. There's nothing else I can do. How terrible. So now all that's left to do is place these around so that they can comfortably collect dust for the next few weeks. There are so many. Like, there is simply nowhere really nice to put them. This is the best I can do, guys. And I can display volume 1 and my favorite one at the same time. And I suppose there's the notebook. I really need to decide what to do with all this stuff. This corner is just not suited for this at all. But still, I have plenty of time to figure that out. For now, I'm just beyond grateful again and filled with happiness that these books are finally home and I get to enjoy looking at them every day for like a couple of months now. Gosh, I really wish I was a little bit quicker at this, but it's fine. It's all right. Someone's out talking outside on the porch. Go inside, please. Seriously? Gosh, you're so noisy. Which brings us to the next topic on our list, which is coffee. And you guessed it, another goal was reached. So with that achievement, I went ahead and put in another book order for the alphabet soup, which shall not be named, because they really won't be relevant for a while. The temple is thriving. We're filling up on cork, coffee, and high literature, like the BBCs of corkboardism, boards, books, and caffeine. Your generosity has made it possible for me to set aside money for an emergency laptop fund. No joke, like, it's doing okay, but it occasionally tries to threaten me with self-destruction like a dissatisfied mistress. I'm also putting aside some of this money to maybe get a home printer, because I've had someone almost walk in on me 2 times while trying to print these, which is fine, but just a little, like, I don't really want to mix pleasure and business, you know? So a decent home printer would save me a lot of anxiety. And also I could just print characters, even if it was just, you know, one. I don't have to like save them up to feel like it was worth it. So please don't tell my boss that I've been printing Chinese animation characters for an analysis YouTube channel, please. So I just want everyone who's watching these videos to take a moment to give thanks to my lovely followers over at the Temple of Corkboards. So now it's time for mentions. We have a few new additions to the board, as well as more people who's come back to support me, and I'm so sorry. I appreciate the support so much, especially since all I can give you is board, memes, my emotions caught on camera and posted online for all to see, and my heartfelt gratitude. And pins. I actually do have a small pin collection, like you've seen a few of them go up on the board, but I can hardly use all of these, so I was thinking I could add them to the coffee mentions, just to give a little bit of extra attention to my contributors. And just as a side note, I do the contributors from the day I recorded until the next recording I do. So if you happen to contribute something this week before this video is up, you will be a part of the next video. So first off, someone who did come back to give even more support to the temple is Banyue, who's been so lovely and whose generosity literally kick-started me acquiring the first couple of these books. So when I saw you'd come back and left another donation, I was just, where do I put all this gratitude? So I tried to make your name a little bit bigger to kind of reflect that for me. And I also thought like, well, what do I get for Nim? So I got like the biggest pin that I have. And I don't know if you're a cat or a dog person, you're just gonna have to correct me on that. But because I already gave Function and Mooching this dog and this cat, I'll give you this one. For now. Little guardian of your name tag. Just a reminder to me about how much your support and your loyalty means to me. That's a weird word to use, isn't it? But just thank you so much for still being here and for coming back. I really do appreciate it. Some other people who came back to give even more offerings were the lovely SJ and also Cherisaw. And I thought, like we're here kind of enjoying the flower boys, right? We're here to admire them. So I thought that I might as well be handing out these flower pins for you to show how much your contributions have grown me. Either way, I hope you appreciate them. And lastly, the lovely Misfortunes also came back and gave a second contribution to the temple. So you're very much deserving of a bigger mention on the board. We also have quite a few new devotees at the Corkboard temple this time around. So out of this bunch, I'd like to take a moment to appreciate the great generosity of Tace, or maybe Tacey, Mary Silva, and also Mage. Your contributions have definitely earned you these. So thank you so much, and I hope you like your flowers. Also among my new contributor is the lovely Lian, I hope I got it right at least one time, You'll live, who also left me some very kind words. The wonderful Lotta will also be going up on the board. And lastly, someone. Who are they? I don't know, but I won't forget your generosity. So thank you so much. But there are some of my older contributors who gave so much. Like, getting all these books went by so quickly for me. So I just want to mention them once more to really appreciate the generosity of their offerings. So these flowers go to Aklis and Haley. And then there's the case of Bridge and Jackie, who were also extremely generous. So I opened these and got you these cat pins. And with these additions, my board looks so much more fun and so much more alive. And just thank you again to everyone on this board who made these books possible and who've made these corkboards multiply and prosper. Seriously, guys, thank you so much. Boop. And with all that out of the way, let's talk some TGCF. So before we get into the episode 10 notes, we need to place some place names. I was so embarrassed last time that I couldn't remember the actual name of the Furnace Mountain, which made me decide to make a list of all the names of the places that have been important or I think are going to be important, and I'm gonna place them on the board so that I can always refer to them if I forget. So first up is of course Mount Tonglu, the site of the Ghost Pokemon Championships, the fires from which the Ghost Kings are born, and plot-wise a really important place, which is, you can say, central to the story, are the Central Plains. These plains have been spitting out kingdoms far and wide, including of course Shanle, the kingdom which Xie Lian is the titular crown prince of, was. It is no more, and at some point in its place, there existed another kingdom, which will be central to the plot, Yong'an, which, if I remember correctly, Xie Lian did mention is also gone by now, but he has been collecting scraps there, so we will be keeping an eye out. What scraps exactly did you collect in Yong'an, Xie Lian? I think you have something to tell us. And one of the kingdoms Yong'an has been at war with is Banyue, which is central to the arc we're currently in, and probably won't be important for much longer if your comments are anything to go by. I have a couple of more places I just want to put up there so I can remember them. The first being Mount Yujin, which is where the first arc of Season 1 took place, which is where Xie Lian and Hua Chang reunited. It's like one of those first date locations that's just really special to you, right? They should take a stroll there for their honeymoon. And lastly, the most important place of the story. Like, don't get it twisted. The Central Plains are very central to the plot, but this place, not only is it central to the plot, it's essential to the drama, to the tension, to the character development, to the way we are going and to where we're headed next. The most important place. Xie Lian's house. I don't know, guys, I'm just so tired of the dark and the sand. I wouldn't mind some domestic chestnut temple bliss by now. I feel so much safer now that I have something to refer to. And with that up there, I have some notes to go through and some pictures that I would like to put up today. Wow guys, that was an episode full of new things. So my rewatch let me catch a few more details, but I think I got most of the plot alright. I mean, most importantly, I got to study how cute Lang is. Just how he immediately steps out in front of Xie Lian when the state preceptor comes down, and Xie Lian thinking about how he caught him in his Huachang form, and Lang looking back at him and them exchanging those little looks, that little nervous smile. You looked a little bit flustered, Xie Lian. Do you think about it now? Him carrying you in his big strong arms? I don't know, all I'm saying is maybe it awakened something in him. It sure did awaken something in me. Of course, the plotty part of this episode was that we were finally introduced to the character of Banyue's state preceptor, Banyue, aka Xie Lian's kid, that he raised with his own 2 hands. On a military salary, basically nothing. I also printed a picture of Zhao so that I don't forget what he looks like. He hasn't been here for like, what, 2 episodes now? He jumped down in like episode 8. So when I see him, I will recognize him. They were kids together, and I've been thinking about what exactly he has to do with all of this. Because again, it genuinely seemed like Banyue didn't intend on any of this to happen, but something forced her hand. And I wonder if this is where heaven is involved. Like somehow the fall of Banyue had to happen, and she obviously contributed to it in some way, because she feels a lot of guilt about it. I think she feels guilt. Judging by how she let herself be beat up by the General Kamo. I even got him a little picture since I ended up getting Xuanji a couple of small ones. Like, I know he won't be super relevant after this arc. Like a little bit of that Xuanji situation, depending on whether he lives or not. Like maybe he too goes to live under a mountain. Like either way, Fu Yao has him caught right now, so we'll see. But back to Banyue. So she feels immense guilt over what he is accusing her of. Even when Xie Lian reaches out a hand to her, she won't take it and only grabs his sleeve instead, and also confesses that I made a mess out of things. I wonder if Zhao somehow is connected to a heaven official, because he was working this guide job, right? And he was bringing people out into the desert. Like, it's a bit hard to say, because he knows about the Banyue fern, so he could guide people into going to the kingdom to get it if they were to get bitten or stung by the snake scorpions. But someone would have had to direct him into doing this, considering he's still around 200 years later, right? So I feel like whatever's going on with the 2 women, he might be connected to some of that. Like he might even be working for them. And then after he saw Banyue again on the rafters place on top of the battlement, maybe he had enough. And maybe that's why he went to jump down and try and end stuff. And since I don't think he is human, I think that did not kill him. Again, unsure about the ghost theory, but that's honestly the best thing I've got right now. So I think he's down there, and I hope that he's going to help us out. Because Banyue did not control the snakes to attack humans outside of the city, and she's probably not controlling them right now, even though they won't harm her. I've also been thinking about how she said we're free now that everyone here is dead. Like the soldiers were caught there by her, but also kind of by their grudge and resentment. So maybe Banyue stuck around in order to help out. Like the guilt she felt for letting the city be massacred, like I'm guessing that's what her guilt is about. It's what kept her back to try and help the ghosts pass on somehow. And her solution was sticking them in the pit. Like, yeah, there are a lot of missing pieces here for me still, and I'm a bit like, well, I don't think I can figure it out by myself. At this point, I kind of just want to sit back and relax and let the information come to me. Like you've told me, this is the episode for reveals. So how about I just talk characters instead? Fu Yao arrived, our little spell worked. And he is so lucky he is cute. Gosh, just his attitude, it gets me every time. The first thing he tells Xie Lian is how he's left all the humans within their little barrier to fend for themselves. In his opinion, if they go outside the barrier that he has explicitly instructed them not to go outside of, that's on them. His every man for himself mentality is a big contrast to that of Fangxin. Nanfang, who has way more of sort of a righteous nature and probably wouldn't have done that, I'm guessing. But his immediate disapproval of all ghosts, especially Banyue, like he's not willing to listen to her because she's a Rost. Of course she would have done bad things. This attitude towards ghosts is, I think, a narrative reflection of heaven's attitude towards all ghosts, and thereby also a very important contrast of Xie Lian's acceptance of Huachang, which just happened in the previous episode. So Fu Yao showing up and laying down heaven's rules just makes this development between Huachang and Xie Lian even more important and intense. It really emphasizes that Xie Lian is very different from most of heaven. And I think that's going to be super important going forward, not just for HuaLian, but for how he will deal with situations that he's going to end up in. I mean, just look at these. You can fit so many situations in these bad boys. So I both love mooching and really dislike him. And I think the dichotomy of that is just, it makes him so interesting to me. And again, I can't wait to find out even more about him and his past. As well as Fangxin and Xie Lian. As I've understood it, the Shanle trio has a lot of backstory that we need to explore. Moving on, we get a whole flashback sequence of Xie Lian's time as a soldier. Xie Lian tells us that he had to lie low for a while, according to the subs. Which makes me really curious what he was up to 200 years ago. So he tries to head south, and as the god of misfortune does, he heads northwest instead. He takes on the alias HUA Xie. You saw Sanlang's little giggle as he heard that. Like, you know, even his dead heart skipped like 3 beats. Only he knows how many times he's been doodling their names in his sketchbooks, alongside his very safe for work, His Highness the Crown Prince sketches. A note I made is that Xie Lian in the subs says that he taught Banyue to sing and to wrestle. I mean, 2 core skills that you need in your life. And I thought that was funny because I was actually editing subtitles for, I think it was episode 4. And I was reading the subtitles and realized that I actually mentioned that I said Xie Lian must have had like at least one bad thing. One thing he couldn't do. I mentioned singing as one of them. That's obviously not true, and I should very much like to hear him sing. But I did mention cooking. And while I didn't really catch on as I was watching the episode, your comments have made me realize that Xie Lian not being able to cook is kind of a meme. Like, he doesn't need a spiritual sword. If he feeds an army his pot of stew, that's game over. He's won the war. This is how he earned his title as general. So okay, the man can't cook. Maybe Huachang can? I don't know, Sanlang. Looks like you'll have to add some things to your house husband chores. But on that note, I also want to remark on how everything about Xie Lian, according to what you guys are telling me, seems to be more intense in the books. Like, of course, there's a difference to what you can manage with a visual media like animation compared to a written media like a book, where presumably we get to hear a lot of his inner thoughts. But according to what you guys are saying, the books definitely make his death during this general stint a lot more obvious and a lot more brutal, and is very much related to why he doesn't remember what happened after he was trampled. He actually did die. Like, he's obviously super skilled, and like Fu Yao says, you should have been able to get out on your own, like even on your worst day, which by the way is another admittance that he is mooching, because only mooching would know Xie Lian and his talents that well, since they grew up together. Xie Lian's philosophy on how everything is very blurred around the trampling memory is that I'd rather remember a delicious pork bun I ate yesterday than how I was trampled 200 years ago. And I really do appreciate this philosophy as well. Like, he is 800 years old. So he managed to save Banyue, who thought that he died. She left and apparently went to Yong'an to learn magic, and then later returned to Banyue for reasons unknown. I wonder if she and Zhao went to Yong'an together. But again, I'm so tired of theorizing around this. Actually, I just want to know what happened, and I just want to get to the episode so that we can know what happened. So towards the end of the episode, Fu Yao is questioning Banyue, but she will not say what happened. She will only share that she doesn't control the snakes anymore. And then, immediately after she tries to summon one appears in the pit with them. It goes to attack Xie Lian, I think, and I couldn't see who killed it, but I wonder if it was Lang who did it kind of the same way he did with the first one in, what was it, episode 7? He did, however, give the rest of them this really scary look, at which point they kind of bow their heads and then go around him before Fu Yao gets them with his fireball. When they try to get out, Xie Lian sends Roya up to grab hold on stuff and pull them out, but Roya immediately comes back because Roya is scared of snakes, and they are falling from the sky like rain. At this point, Fu Yao does throw a snake at Banyue to try and prove that she's the one controlling them, because the snakes won't hurt her. But again, I believe her. She is Xie Lian's kid. She would not lie to him like that. I do have one more picture. This is not for the board, it's for me. For my collection of hotties to make bookmarks out of. I don't know, guys. I have a competence kink and she just popped off. So since I was too tired to shoot last night, I ran a poll for you guys on my community feed. And she is losing, like, badly. It seems like the white-robed woman in WINDMASTER is super popular with you guys. And like I said, I wonder if there's a correlation between the fact that you guys are also Xie Lian simps, according to the last poll. So we like cute characters with large eyes in white robes. I've connected the dots. That said, this dark robe girlie got quite a few mentions as well, and like 1/4 of the votes. So I think she's a very beloved character, and again, I can't wait to actually get to know them, which, as I understand, happens this episode. Which brings us to episode 11. My predictions for this episode is that, well, I'm expecting another episode of Scooby-Doo where we're unmasking everyone and discovering who the true villain is. Like, in accordance with the theme of the first arc, I'm expecting kind of a bittersweet end where we will learn about the mistakes that Banyue made, and I'm sure they will be actual mistakes. Like, people suffered because of her choices, but we will still want to protect her because she is ours. Like, she even has a bonus dad now. Don't worry, Banyue, your luck will turn as well. I'm also expecting the sweet feeling of vindication when it is finally revealed that the white-robed woman is indeed the WINDMASTER and I've been right all along. Like, seriously, at this point, if I get it wrong, that's kind of embarrassing, actually. Like, again, I'm only like 60% sure, and a little bit more just judging by your reactions. But there's not that much evidence, so if I'm correct on this one, I will actually feel really proud. And yeah, with all that out of the way, I am so ready to boot up episode 11 of Heaven Official's Blessing. I've got my pen and my notebook, But I also know that this is gonna be like the season finale and the end of this arc. So maybe I'll be a little bit distracted. We'll see. Either way, super excited for this. Let's boot this up and let's roll. Oh, guys, before I forget it, I just got a message from Nimue, who I mentioned earlier. And if you're interested, they've actually put together like a Google Doc, which is basically a spoiler sheet. Like, I can't look through it, but it is about my channel and what I've been doing here. And I haven't checked out the rules just yet, but I will be linking the document below this video, either as a comment or in the description. And you guys should be able to participate in it. Like, I know how hard it must be to kind of keep this comment section as spoiler free as possible. Like, some of you have been really creative and created like huge spoiler walls with the read more function. So I'll know not to press the read more and thus be able to avoid them. So I think a document like this could be really fun. And also I will be reviewing it when I finish my TGCF journey. Excited, but also very scared. I'll have a look at that afterwards, but okay, let's roll. Okay, here we go. Right, still in the pit. Legs are coming down. What are you gonna do?
Use your fire!
Oh! Like, he used his blood as like a power source? That is so cool, actually.
Thanks, lovely work.
Oh! Don't waste your energy like that.
I'll ask you once more. If you aren't controlling these snakes, why are none of them attacking you?
They didn't attack any of us either. Maybe they just hate you.
They didn't attack you because you threatened them, Sanlang. You used your little leer.
Let's focus on the snake mystery for now,
gosh,
alright?
he's so smug.
What mystery? Stop trusting those two! Somebody here is lying!
I don't think so. Not them.
Let's stop. You've forgotten who you are! They've
no.
wrapped you up in their narrative. But you must see what's going on here. They're showing their fangs quite clearly.
I don't know, maybe the smoke in the fire is,
And I can see fine.
yeah.
Then why are you taking their side?
Because it's the side without snakes?
Oh no. It's so good.
Hey!
Oh? Oh yeah, protective mode, turn it on. Umbrella!
Stay here. They won't dare come close to me.
But Huya,
He's energetic. He'll be fine.
So true.
Huya, use your fire! Make more fire!
He probably spent all
I
his
can't!
energy.
That thing next to you is blocking my mana!
It's not me.
Oh.
I know. Something's wrong here. Banyue and Millstone are both contained. Someone's affecting our mana. There's someone hiding.
Yeah,
I think
show
we would
up.
notice!
Banyue,
Oh, that was Banyue.
is there somebody near you? Banyue!
She's trying to trick you!
Please, save her. Come on.
Of course.
Oh my god, they're so cute. Even running through this snake rain.
Aha! There's our uninvited guest. Here. Hold on. I'll deal with this.
Oh my god, he's so competent, it's so much fun. Oh my gosh, that is so cool! He's back, like even for just those glimpses, he's back.
Relax. Don't be scared.
Oh, Roya.
Hey!
Roya hates
Banyue.
snakes.
Are you alright?
Maybe the person he hit was her?
No, that wouldn't make sense.
Stab
She
her.
doesn't fight. Not with a weapon.
Think of her like Xuan Ji. A traitor and a demon.
Is
She's
it a-
not to be trusted.
Wait,
Is it
was that?
Zhao?
I said you can't trust her.
before that.
Yeah,
About Shinji,
like,
you mentioned her, didn't you?
Yeah, so what? That's not the point.
I think I get it.
Get what?
You'll see. I'll call them out.
what? What does he get? I don't understand. Hold on. Hold on! Xie Lian! I need to go back and see if I can understand what he just understood. What does Xuanji have to do with this? What is going on? And also, I need to see those glimpses of Hua Chang again. So we're doing this for plot reasons, obviously. Why are they so cute with this little umbrella?
There's somebody near you?
Like, she recognized them. I think it's
She's trying to trick you!
Zhao, right? Is he the one controlling the sword?
There's our uninvited guest. Here. Hold on. I'll deal with this.
It's so good. It's so cute. Oh my god. It was just like a few glimpses, but it still got me like...
Relax. About Shinji, you mentioned her, didn't you?
What about
Yeah, so
Shinji?
what? That's not the point!
I think I get it.
What do you
What?
get?
You'll see. I'll call them out.
I missed something and Xie Lian got it.
Come out, General Pei Jr. I'm not bluffing.
Have you lost it? Why would Pei be here?
What?
The Banyue Pass is ignored by those in heaven, despite all of the deaths here. Someone must be hiding the truth. When you mentioned Shinji, I had a revelation. Not about her, but about General Pei and Pei Jr. I recalled something.
Heichu ascended 100 or so years back. But he was given his position in his 20s. Not fond of him. Same as his ancestor.
He was involved in an incident.
A massacre.
And where did that massacre take place?
I see.
I swear, it's not me.
General Millstone's afraid of snakes. This can't be his doing. Therefore, the question is who would benefit and why would they do this?
The ghosts of this kingdom still hold a grudge, thanks to the massacre they faced. Heishu did all this to cover up the truth? That can't be! He's a god after all! If he came down here, someone would notice!
But not if he assumed a different form.
What?
I suppose.
You? You? Oh my god. What do you mean? What do you mean it's Pei Shu? Massacre 200 years ago. Massacre of entire cities. That's like the two things I noted down about him. Oh my god. You're behind this? Pei Shu! You had one job! You had one job, and that was to be the superior Pei. Boy, your great-great-great-granddad put the bar pretty fucking high. Oh my god. There was a lot of information just now, and a lot I didn't catch. He said something about him being down here in a different form. Like, has he taken the form of Zhao? Like, was Zhao a character, like, back in the bygone Banyue days? But now, he's Pei Shu? I need to rewatch that part again and just listen a little bit, and then I need to see what is gonna happen now. I am genuinely so shocked and a little annoyed, because like I said, the two things I noted down about Pei Shu was literally being involved in massacres of entire cities and the like 200 or 100 years something. Like, oh my... I just didn't catch why he would benefit from this. I need to go over this one more time. But it seems like it's all like a huge cover-up.
The ghosts of this kingdom still hold a grudge, thanks to the massacre they faced. Heishu did all this to cover up the truth?
To
That
cover
can't
up
be.
the truth of
He's a
having
god
done
after all.
this?
If he came down here, someone would notice.
But like it...
But not if he assumed a
Was
different
it a
form.
bad thing for him?
I suppose.
I've never known there to be snakes here before. But they attacked the merchants, seemingly for no reason at all. We found this kingdom thanks to the guide. But how'd the merchants get here so quickly? When we met that half-buried face, he said he'd seen one of us 50 years ago. I thought it was just a trap. But on second thought, it might have been the truth.
We can reach the kingdom easily. It's straight that way.
I've seen one of you about 4 or 5 decades ago, haven't I?
remember what I said? That I would protect all of you? Yet you jumped in the pit for some reason. Care to explain that behavior? Hey, Junior? Or would you rather be called Zhao?
My mana's been restored.
Alright, power's back on.
Your Highness, did it ever occur to you that it might be your friend who the half-buried face was referring to?
Oh, he looked banged up. And that's the opening? So much just happened, I completely forgot that we hadn't even seen the opening. It's very welcome, I need the break. Is that him? Is that Hey Junior? Oh my god. The umbrella made a comeback. I feel like it almost gets to be its own character. A well-deserved break before we go back into this hell. Oh lord. Okay, come at me. He seems to kind of be careful with her.
You're supposed to be dead.
You haven't changed after all these years.
Hey.
Yeah, he knows him.
You bastard! I'll kill you!
Hey, Xiao. How did you learn to control the snakes?
Well, I do have my ways.
How did you meet Banyue? Answer that.
Think back. Hua, you know me.
Oh my gosh, it was him all along. It was never like another character. That is Pei Shu. As a child.
Friend, you were keeping quiet in order to protect him.
Oh my gosh.
Is that it? Did he force you to open the gate that day?
What happened?
Not forced, but ordered.
Is that the truth?
Order.
Never mind the details. If that weasel was in on it, I'll hang him too!
Would you care to offer an explanation for all this, Pei Xiao?
It's
I'd like to
obvious.
hear it.
This is how heavenly officials act. A textbook case.
Oh wow.
He's lying. It was all my fault. I chose to do it.
Is she covering up for him?
Enough of this. Spill it.
All right, I'll tell you.
Get the hell out of here, you dirty little half-breed!
Oh. So did he like help her out?
Are you alright? Did those guys bully you again?
Oh. This is sweet.
Those Banyue bastards. I'll drive them out of here. Just you wait.
I'm half Banyue.
You have to fight back next time.
But Hua says fighting's bad.
The general?
There he is!
Oh my god, he's so hot.
General Hua!
I love how he looks more heroic now, like from their point of view, as children. Oh no. Oh, she saw all that. She took the cape. Oh. That gave her determination to do what?
Millstone not only let a half-breed work in the palace, he recommended her as the Imperial Preceptor.
My Banyue brothers! The Central Plain is ours to conquer! The Central Plain is ours to conquer!
General. Must we fight?
Don't worry. It'll all be over in a flash. And then our kingdom will finally be at peace.
Okay,
To
so
victory!
Banyue went to try and conquer the Central Plain. And she wanted to stop the fighting?
The war will be over soon. Win or lose, neither side will suffer anymore.
And they met.
That was General Hua's dream.
And they just planned to try and end the war as quickly as possible.
I won't give you an inch.
Dynamite. They used
If they
to,
conquer our city,
like, explode
head
out
to
caves
Yang'an.
in the
We'll
desert.
take their country down with us.
Oh.
How shall
Like
we do it?
kamikaze bombers.
There's a simple enough solution, but it falls on you, I'm afraid.
So he's constructed this plan where she would have to be the one to pull the trigger.
It was my fault.
I see now.
Banyue.
It's fine. She's just exhausted.
They both care for her, like both Xie Lian and Hey.
Let me go. Challenge me to a fight, you weasel!
It's over. You lost your fight 200 years ago, also. Stop calling me a damn weasel.
You wouldn't have won that war in the first place if you hadn't colluded with Banyue. Now fight me!
You knew you'd lose. You were already planning your sadistic revenge against my people. We had no other choice.
Okay, so they were
but to kill you
losing
all.
and wanted to go down
so badly
fighting.
was because you monsters pushed us.
That's quite the unique perspective. Especially after all the times the Banyue people attacked our border, robbed our caravans, and murdered us on sight.
You invaded our land, didn't you?
Those boundaries were still in dispute.
Right.
We clearly set those borders, and you know it.
Yes, very clever how you decided that all on your own, taking every oasis.
We settled by those waters generations ago. Of course we would have claimed them.
This is a land dispute and
When this is the
generational
level of
one.
discussion we're having, you can see why we turn to violence.
I still prefer discussion.
Violence works for me.
Enough! You liar! You didn't kill us in order to protect your country, Peisho! You needed to win that battle, because you're frowned upon as a descendant of an exile. You were desperate!
Who is this exile? Not General Pei.
He's not his lineal descendant. Peishu's family is from a collateral branch. He only enjoys the benefits of his relation because he ascended to heaven.
What could a rat like you offer Banyue? You must have deceived her somehow.
She worked for me from the start. She was undercover. But unlike her, I don't regret killing you all. I'd do it again.
My, what a cold heart you have. And what about all those innocent travelers you killed over the years? I don't suppose you
The
regret
girls
that
are
either?
here. The girls are arriving.
Watch out!
In a fucking whirlwind. Oh my gosh. Oh, he caught her. Oh. Soft landing. Better than last time, huh? Non-funk. Oh, he's so trodden and beaten. Oh my god.
Did something happen? Where's Tiansheng?
He got fucked up, that's what happened. Oh my.
Were you attacked?
Trouble with the ladies? That doesn't surprise me.
Greetings, Your Highness.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh wait. Oh my gosh, there was a lot of stuff just happened there. We have to go back. We have to watch that frame for frame. Oh my gosh. I am so excited. The girls are here. The girls are back in town. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty.
My, what a cold heart you have. And what about all those innocent travelers you killed over the years? I
Right.
don't suppose you regret that either?
Who are you?
Trouble with the ladies? That doesn't surprise me.
Greetings, Your Highness.
Oh, they're so pretty. What is that look though?
It's a pleasure.
Windmaster.
Oh, I see. Nanfeng, you should have told me.
But I didn't
Vindication!
know it was them. They usually look a little...
2 seconds.
It's a pleasure.
Windmaster.
Nanfeng, you should have told me.
But I didn't know it was them. They usually look a little... different.
Okay.
So, Pei, you've been luring travelers to the Banyue Pass all these years.
Yes.
Then the restless spirits here were proof of the bloody massacre that you committed. You didn't want to jeopardize your promotion, so you attempted to appease their anger with sacrifice. Not the sort of thing you can just brush under the rug.
Why wouldn't he just eliminate the
We're
spirits?
unmasking everything.
He couldn't. Heaven would surely notice. So he disguised himself. He acted as the travel guide Zhao.
You had snakes poison people, then you lured them into a cursed city. There's simply no excuse for feeding innocent people to angry spirits.
She's
I
right.
won't argue.
At any rate, you'll have plenty of time to think about it. Now let's return to heaven. Your Highness, I'm so sorry about that sandstorm. I sincerely hope it didn't harm you too much.
It was her! Of course!
Why would you make a sandstorm?
To keep you out of the Banyue kingdom. I suppose that didn't work out, did it? But stay out of this affair from now on.
Alright, so
Heavenly
she's like, I'm
officials
gonna
have a
handle
complex
it.
social network. What if the Windmaster takes Banyue? Then someone pulls some strings and makes her a scapegoat. I can't do that. It's personal.
Let me assure you, Your Highness. We all know the truth and who to hold responsible. Your friend Banyue wasn't the one causing harm. She may be a wrath, but she sealed the vengeful spirits with her barrier.
Relief.
She ensured the safety of the merchants too.
So much
So
relief.
Tiansheng is still safe?
We're only taking Millstone and Pei Jr. with us.
Forgive me. I shouldn't have doubted you.
The system can be pretty corrupt. I can't exactly blame you.
Are you finished? We're wasting time.
Aw, what's the big hurry? I'm having fun here.
Oh my gosh,
Oh
she's
well,
so cute.
it seems this is goodbye. Although, I'm sure I'll see you in Upper Heaven sooner or later, Your Highness.
Are you just not gonna mention the friends?
Let's go.
Did they mention her? I didn't catch that. What? Did they just not? This is really cool and all that, but I really did not catch if they even mentioned the friend. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that
We
later.
don't have anything. I have to care for my child. Please let us go.
It's not the flashback. It is.
It's not fair. Why doesn't anyone fight back?
They assaulted our border and harassed our people for the last time!
No mercy to the people of Banyue until there's peace in Yong'an!
Well spoken, men. Now, as for your assignments. You, the left squadron. You, the right. That is all.
Sir, why didn't I get a position?
Appointments are influenced by family status. Your background doesn't do you any favors, so you may need to work a
Okay.
great deal harder than
Shit. So because he was from the Collateral family, he had to do a lot more to get where he was. So he
Truly a
put
great
in
battle. I think Pei's
quite a
finally
lot of
getting
work.
promoted this time. You're the best fighter we've got, Pei.
I don't think it'll work out.
Why not?
This point forward, I will be your deputy lieutenant.
Right. Still no promotion.
That's the way of things. We'll need to distinguish yourself as a hero.
Okay.
If you don't die trying, that is.
Oh. Oh, Banyue.
It's just like Pei planned. The Banyue army walked right into our ambush. Yeah, just a little more.
Aisha, are you sure that this is the way?
With your help, the war will be over soon. Win or lose, neither side will suffer anymore. That was General Hua's dream. We're ready to storm the kingdom.
You've made quite a bold promise this time. If you come up short, I'll consider your claims a false report and deal with you accordingly. Also, since you're such an exceptional soldier, I think 2,000 men should be enough.
I fear if you occupy the city, the survivors will go to Yong'an and burn it to the ground.
It's open! Charge in and kill them all!
I found the Preceptor! Follow me and kill her!
Kill the traitor!
That was a lot heavier than I thought it would be. Oh lord.
Where shall I go from here?
Don't look so sullen. You've done your part. All that's left is to report the crimes to the Emperor, a matter you should stay out of.
Because of General Pei?
That's right. After all of this, you've surely made an enemy out of him.
I knew I'd make an enemy out of one of the Peis. I might as well anger both of them just to be thorough about it.
Oh lord.
General Pei hoped Pei Chu would take over as Western Martial God after Yi Zhen, but after this, he may be demoted. And General Pei will blame you.
He's too proud. Pei Ming wouldn't harm you. You're fine.
Where's Fu Yao? He left?
You said a lot of foolish things down there. I'd be embarrassed, honestly.
Oh gosh.
Sounds funny. What did I miss?
It's a bit complicated. I'll tell you.
He wanted to be there. He
Let's
missed
take
out on a
Banyue
lot.
and check on the travelers.
Oh baby.
Banyue.
Xie Lian, why don't you transport her with your magic?
Right, thank you. Enter.
Oh. We put her in a jar. Clever. And just tucked her into his sleeve. That's kind of sweet, actually. Oh my gosh. And so the gang solved the case. Saved the day, sorta. Got the fern for the uncle. Happy ending.
Sir, I have a question for you.
Yeah?
You're actually a god, aren't you?
Oh.
I saw your magic.
Kid clocked you.
But don't worry, it'll be our secret. You saved me from getting thrown in the pit. When I grow up, I'll build you a nice big temple so people can give you offerings.
Yes, please do. We need more Xie Lian worshippers out there.
No problem. Well, see ya.
He's a good kid. The kids will be alright. Oh my gosh, that's
Stay
sweet.
safe.
That feels
The
good.
Windmaster asked me to stay out of this. Does that mean they'll be reporting on what happened here? And if they do, then General Pei might target them, right?
It'd be his mistake. Don't worry. They'll be fine. They're quite strong.
Of course they're strong. They've got connections.
Are you referring to the woman they were traveling with?
Not quite. But she's a famous figure too.
Yeah?
Another one of the 5 elemental masters, that is.
Master!
Stay on her good side.
That
No?
I shall.
No?
Thank
Maybe?
you for all your help.
Could be
As a
another one.
token
Could
of
be
my
like the
gratitude,
fire
let me
master
cook you
or
dinner.
whatever.
Please
Who
stay.
knows?
What? Huh? Danger? The palace?
Wait, what?
Ah, Your
2
Highness.
seconds.
I must...
Elemental master mention got me so distracted.
Thank you for all your help. As a token of my gratitude, let me cook you dinner.
What? Huh? Danger? The palace? Ah, Your Highness. I must take my leave right now.
Oh my god, what? Seriously?
I suppose it's just us then. Hungry?
The way we like it.
Well, watch on.
Oh my god!
Let's stick with Sanlang. If that's fine with you.
Oh, what was that? At the very end. At the very end. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What an episode. That felt long. That was long. 32 minutes? That was the season finale if I ever saw one. Holy shit. They packed so much into that episode. Oh my god. I feel like we've had kind of this running joke through the Banyue arc that Xie Lian's been too busy with other things to be doing his work, and I've kind of been the one on top of things. But he showed me up, and I'm kind of annoyed about it. If there's one thing that I'm concluding for myself after the end of this arc, it's that every darn piece of information is going up on this board. I no longer doubt that I will have to use the bigger board for season 2, because I will not be missing shit like that again. I know this. These are the 2 things I knew about Pei Shi, and yet I did not put him on the board. If I had Massacre and 100 Years or whatever up on the board next to him, and I had seen that at any point in time as we learned about the Banyue kingdom and its fate, I might have made a connection, and that's on me. I need to level up my board use, and that's the first thing we're gonna do. Oh my gosh, but just again, seriously, Peishu? I mean, he did have a lot to live up to, but this was not how I thought he'd go about it. That said, the episode and the last flashback we received really again shows us how much Gray we're working with. From Pei's perspective, he had a lot of stuff that he had to do. He was working from an underdog position at all times because of his family connections, or lack thereof. So now he's gone from military corruption, down in the mortal world, and up to heavenly corruption. Wow. I really thought I was paying attention, but apparently I did not do a good enough job. So his situation is making him act pretty drastically, as we saw. I still think that he's also applying that little bit of subtle manipulation towards Banyue. Like he's using General Hua and the memory Banyue has of him to fuel her into action. This is what he would have wanted. And yes, Xie Lian would have wanted the fighting to stop, but he would have always gone for discussion. The episode also reveals that the relationship between the kingdoms of Yong'an and Banyue has always been more inflamed than we previously saw. Their disputes have been going on for generations. Who has the right of this land? Who drew the borders? Who did this and who did that? A difficult situation where, because of the choices of a few, a whole nation perished, for better or worse. Either way, a lot of innocent lives was lost, and even after Banyue disappeared, more innocent people died to cover up all of this. And that, as the WINDMASTER says, I'm so happy. That, as the WINDMASTER says, is the reason why what Peishu has done is no good. It really does not fly. Having been involved in a massacre as a mortal, that's one thing, but as a heavenly official, having done all this, that's... yeah. I'll probably have more thoughts about this once I've rewatched the episode, because I was quite satisfied with this ending. Even though it's very bittersweet, a little like I expected. But I feel like everything was explained to me, and I feel like I understand why everyone acted as they did. Again, I thought we'd want to take Banyue's side, and yeah, we do. But it's also obvious that she was in on it. She also made choices here. However influenced she was by Pei, it is undeniable that she also had a hand in this. Guys, WINDMASTER, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. I will have trouble picking a screenshot. Like, I might have to select a few and make you guys help me choose. Oh, she's so lovely. And I noticed that Nanfang kept referring to them by the pronoun they. Also said he hadn't seen them in this form before. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Because I'm having some strange thoughts. Or in other words, some rather queer thoughts. Either way, I am delighted and so excited. Like, this is my greatest triumph since I figured out the whole Nanfang function mooching Fu Yao thing. Like, to me personally, these are my top 2 moments. Like I told you guys a while ago, I only really expected the WINDMASTER to be involved in this because Heaven was involved. Turned out I was only half right. So from what I'm understanding, thinking back, the WINDMASTER was in the Matrix when Xie Lian came to report about the Banyue situation. They seem like they are a very righteous person, a little bit in the vein of Pengxin, and it seems that hearing about this from Xie Lian made them decide that they wanted to go check this out and figure it out. So along with their mysterious backup, another elemental master, coming back to that in a second. Windmaster goes to the Banyue kingdom, spins up this whole whirlwind sandstorm to prevent Xie Lian and the others from going. The reason why? Apparently corruption. Like, we're already learning that Windmaster has a lot of connections in heaven, in addition to being rich as fuck. So I'm guessing that they have quite a bit of power and know how to play kind of the political games of heaven. Sunlang had a few remarks on just heaven officials in general. Like, he does not seem to be a fan, but then again, I did not expect him to be. And again, thinking about his personal grievance with those 35 officials. As for weapons, it seems that they had like this little swishy thing that they were waving around, and a fan. I'm gonna have to check the opening again. Hopefully it's the same one for the bonus episode, but is Windmaster maybe the person on the, like, the banners that we see? The one with the fan? That would be kind of cool, actually. So Windmaster is the light, but who is her friend? Who is this babe? Nanfang makes it seem like they are in a different form than usual as well, but I'm not actually 100% sure of that. I'll have to check. I'm putting her up on the board for now. I wasn't going to, but I need to figure this out. Because the thing is, when we're doing our little introductions, there's this moment when this dark-robed woman and Sunlang looks at each other. She looks pretty serious when she sees him, and you see his face go a little darker, and he is smiling, but in a bit of a "what are you doing here" sort of way. So Sunlang is the one to tell us that they are an elemental master as well. The only two elemental masters that's been name dropped so far is Voodoo, the God of Water, and the Earth Master. And from episode 4, it did seem like Sunlang had some grievances with Voodoo, the God of Water. Like, he is not very happy with the game he's playing. Called him a real tyrant for the way he's making worshippers give him offerings. So initially I want to guess Voodoo, but I have also been influenced by a few people who have mentioned him before and said that he doesn't show up, not even in season 2. So that makes me kind of go like, okay, I guess not. Which leaves the Earthmaster. We don't know a lot about the Earthmaster, but we now have the implication that they know Hua Chang and Hua Chang knows them. But do they know him in his Sunlang form? Like, has he used this form around before? I mean, could be. It doesn't have to be like the form he has especially reserved for Xie Lian and Xie Lian only. It could just be one of his many forms. But there is a connection here that we have to figure out. Gosh, I'll be moving around stuff on this board quite a bit. Like, function of the central planes turned out, as you guys kind of hinted, to not be part of this at all. But I know they will be central in season 2, so that's kind of like one of those plot points that we have to figure out. I think that before season 2, knowing now that I will probably have to upgrade the size of this, I'll try and maybe I'll try and go through all the information on this board and kind of condense it a little bit into the plot points that we need to solve still, like the things that haven't been solved. Like, for instance, the child's spirit, and now also the dark-robed woman's connection to Hua Chang. Like, we know he's helped Heaven out sometimes, like, not really intending to, but still. So maybe they've ended up working a case together at some point. Or maybe the dark-robed woman owes him something. Like, there are a lot of possibilities here. And I think I'm going to have to rewatch this maybe a couple of times. At least some parts. Like, the last few seconds. Oh my god. Actually, let's rewatch that again right now.
I suppose it's just us then. Hungry? Well,
oh my
Hua
god.
Chang.
Oh my god. He's so cute.
Let's stick with Sanlang, if that's fine with you.
Why are you getting so close to him? You're not close enough. Okay. And there's technically still one more episode, which is the bonus one. Gosh, there really was so much happening, so many details, and so many little comments that I probably did not catch all at once. So I will be coming back with a more thorough discussion of the things that I might find on my rewatches. So stay tuned for that in the next episode. As well as, of course, the promised lyrics reactions to the opening. I'm hoping the bonus episode will play the opening again. If it doesn't, I will react to it before I watch the episode. Do I even need to keep the picture of Zhao? He basically just needs to go with Pei Shu. Now that I recall, I literally kicked him out of that area. He was originally up here, and I literally kicked him out of there to make more space. Oh, that must have been so funny to anyone who knew what was gonna happen. How embarrassing. And yeah, I don't know what else to say other than this was a great episode, and also so much happened tonight. All of this here happened tonight, and the board keeps growing. And to me, this was such a satisfying end to this arc, and I'm having so much fun. I'm guessing that the bonus episode is going to be HuaLian in my face, constantly. I don't know how I can ever prepare for this. I want to say that I need some time, but I'm actually so excited to get into it. The bonus episode stands between me and season 2. The only thing I know about the bonus episode is that my feelings are going to be all over the place. And the only thing I know about season 2 is my feelings are going to be all over the place. So the bonus episode might be the lesser of two evils because it's only one episode, while season 2 is 12. What a show, you guys! I am having way more fun than I thought I would be having back in November. And I really can't wait to see where this is going. So again, thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey. This has been Amelia, aka Spaced Out Puffin, and I will see you in the next one.